and welcome to McNabb Micro Farm. Today we're going to show you how to grow your very own microgreens using our DIY grow kit. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take out the trays that come with the grow kit. You're going to make sure to leave the tray with holes on top of the tray without holes. And then we're going to grab a puck of cocoa core from our big bag here.
And we have the broccoli refill kit.
Yeah, so today we're going to show you how to grow broccoli. Now, it doesn't matter which type of seeds you got in your grow kit, the same technique is going to work for all the seeds provided.
Okay, I got one.
All right, so start off by grabbing one of the cocoa core pucks and place it in the center of our tray. Now we're just gonna add 3/4 cup of water. Here I'm just going to eyeball it, but if you want to be precise, go ahead and get a measuring cup out.
I didn't know it's gonna expand like that.
Yeah. So just wait a few minutes while the water is absorbed by the cocoa core. Once you see it's all absorbed, we're going to go ahead and pack it down. Make sure that your hands are clean, or you can also wear gloves. So we're using gloves. It's not 100% necessary. Just make sure that your hands are clean before starting this process. You don't want any germs to contaminate your tray while it is trying to germinate. So we're going to start off by breaking down this cocoa core. We're going to just press it in.
Oh, I'm moving it.
Just make sure it's all nice and broken apart and that all of the cocoa core has been hydrated. All right, there we go. Now we're just going to press it in and make sure it is nice and flat. So make sure to even out any high and low points. Now your tray should look like this, nice and even. All right, up next, we're gonna add in our seeds. Doesn't matter what seeds you're using, just make sure to evenly distribute them across the tray. All right.
So we have the broccoli refill kit right here. You're just gonna sprinkle it on there.
That's right. Okay, now that we have the seeds on there, you can see that some of them are kind of clumped up together. We're gonna want to spread the seeds out and make sure it's nice and evenly distributed. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we do want to avoid any seeds clumped together.
After you're done spreading the seeds, you just want to add some water on top of it.
Right, so we're just going to add a little bit of water to get the seeds wet and make sure that they germinate. All right, you've officially planted some seeds. So to make sure that these microgreens grow properly, we're going to take this bottom tray and we are going to add it on top of the tray now. And the reason why we do this is it's going to help the seeds germinate. They need that extra humidity to start growing. And so this is going to help them start that process. We're also going to add a little bit of weight on top of it. This is going to help it grow roots into the soil and make your plants nice and strong. That's it for today. As soon as we get the weights off, we'll come back and we'll show you how to take care of your microgreens.
It's the morning of day 5, and as you can tell, these plants are ready to go under lights. So let's go ahead and take the weights off, clean that bottom tray, and place it back under here so we can start giving our plants a little water. So before we place our microgreens into our bottom tray and start giving it water, let's make sure to wash this out with some soap and water. That way we're not adding any bacteria or any contamination into our grow. So let's go ahead and scrub this down and rinse. There we go, clean tray, clean food. Now it's time to add in our water. So basically we're just going to add just enough water to make one solid layer at the bottom of the tray. Let's go ahead and get that done. There we go, that should be plenty of water for today. Now we just add in our top tray and let the plants soak it up. Now that we got our microgreens watered, they only need one more thing, and that is light. Now you can either use a grow light or use some natural light coming through a window. But other than that, we're gonna be watering our microgreens every morning, and by day 8, they should be ready to harvest. All right, it's been 8 days since we first planted our microgreens, and look how tall they've gotten. So these are ready to eat. We can either place this in the fridge as is, or we can harvest it right now and we can place them in a Tupperware container. Either way, they should last about 10 to 14 days in the fridge. Using a produce knife, you're gonna harvest right above the soil, just enough above to where you're not gonna end up pulling any of the soil up. You don't wanna pull on the plant. You're not trying to pull any of the roots out, so you're just holding the plants in place and just do a nice clean cut. And there you go. So we're just going to place that into our container, and after a few minutes of airing out, especially if the microgreens feel wet, you definitely want them to dry out just a little bit. So 5, 10, 15 minutes at the most, and then we're gonna close it up and place it in the fridge. All right, there goes our tray. So now this is just ready for compost. If you can't, toss it, clean the tray, start your next grow. And there we have it, fresh microgreens ready to eat. So we can place this in the fridge. Like I said, after about 10 minutes of drying, we're gonna close this up, place this in the fridge, and you should have around 10 to 14 days of shelf life before it starts losing its nutrients or starts going bad. That's it for this video. Let me know how you did down in the comments below, or if you have any questions, I'm happy to help. Thank you so much for watching, and keep on growing.